And we are back. A new week filled with possibilities, but also a new week that, okay, give me a second. Just having here some technical issues, of course. That's part of being live streaming. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay. So, I'm sorry. Like I said, so welcome. Give me a second. As you see, I already fixed the problem. If you're here right now, I already know one thing about you. Something didn't go how it was supposed to. Maybe you lost your job about a month ago, maybe a little longer. Maybe you're still trying to figure out how to even explain it to people. And let me just say this up front. You're in the right place. Because what we're going to talk about is in surface level advice. It's not update your resume and hope for the best. We're going to talk about what actually happens when the income stops, when the benefits disappear, and when you're sitting there thinking, okay, now what? So before we get into it, I want you to do something, please. Follow, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Being here is important. I'm here to serve, but it doesn't take that long to just subscribe, okay? Thank you. So on top of that, I want you to do something simple for me. In the chat, just type how long it's been since your job ended. Let me see. Do we have any people there? Yeah. Whenever you show up to this video, tell me how long did your job ended? Just a number, weeks, months, whatever it is. No story, just a number. I want to see where everybody is at. So, and I've seen people that have been months. I mean, let me just show you. People being laid off and they're looking for trouble. Not trouble, sorry. They're looking for trouble. They're looking for a job and they find nothing. All they hear is crickets. Let me show you this. "22 hours ago, he just lost his job. May 1st, this person lost his job. People in Nashville lost their job. Somebody working for 25 years lost their job. And we got the people that lost their job with Spirit Airlines. And this person just lost their job. Okay? So this is happening every day, every second of the day. And some of you have been without a job days, weeks, months. So that's actually important because around the 1 month mark, that's when things start to feel real. Let's talk about that for a second. This first week after you lose a job, it doesn't feel real. You're in the denial stage. It's shock. Sometimes it's relief if you hated the job. Sometimes it's like, okay, maybe this is a reset. Week 2 hits, and now it's quiet. You don't have the same schedule. You're not logging in. Nobody's emailing you. Nobody needs anything from you. And then, somewhere around week 3 or 4, the thought creeps in. What am I actually doing right now? How long can I afford being out of a job? What if this takes longer than I thought? That's where a lot of you probably are right now. And here's the part people don't talk about enough. You didn't just lose income, you lost structure, you lost routine, you lost that built in sense of I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And for a lot of people, that hits harder than the money at first because your job wasn't just paying you, it was organizing your life, telling you when to wake up, what to focus on, when you were being productive. So when that disappears, it's not just a financial gap, it's a mental one. If that doesn't sound familiar, I don't know, maybe you're just in the beginning. Oh, but if that sounds familiar, just type yeah in the chat. So now we got to deal with both sides of this, the mental side, the financial side, and we're going to handle both right now. Let me be sure. I have to always check. So if you have any questions, let me know. So let's keep talking about this. This is now the financial reality of this, of being without a job, okay? So let's talk about real numbers because this is where things start to tighten up. When your job ends, three things happen immediately. Number one, your income stops. Obvious, right? But what's not obvious is how fast that hits. You go from steady deposits to watching your account instead of growing it. Go negative. If you have severance, cool, but most people don't have severance. And that's temporary. That runs out faster than people expect. Number two, your benefits either disappear or are about to. Health insurance, either gone or about to get real expensive with Cobra. Retirement contributions paused. Anything your employer was covering, that's now on you. And number three, and this is a big one, you are now on a timeline, whether you like it or not. Your savings, whatever you have, is now on countdown. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it because I've been there. I'm saying it because clarity is power. Because once you understand that, you stop drifting and you start moving with intention. So the goal right now is not perfection. The goal is not finding your dream job overnight. The goal is to extend your runway while you rebuild income. That's it. Simple, not easy, but simple. Question. And if you're watching me, where you watching me from, what state, and how long you've been out of a job, if that's your situation. So let me keep talking. So let's get practical. If you're 1 month in, here's what actually matters this week. First, stop the bleeding. That means anything that is draining money that you don't absolutely need gets paused. I'm talking about subscriptions, extra services, stuff you forgot you were even paying for. This is not forever. This is a strategy. Second, secure whatever benefits you can. Unemployment, any local programs, health coverage options. We can help you with that. I know it's annoying. I know the systems aren't smooth. Do it anyway. Because this is about buying yourself time. And third, you need cash flow. Not perfect income, not long-term income, just cash flow. Something coming in, even if it's not ideal, even if it's temporary, because money moving changes your mindset. It takes you out of panic mode. That panic mode that makes you feel like you're in a dark little cave and everything is just shrinking and you're getting trapped and trapped and trapped and trapped into nothingness, that type. It takes you out of panic mode and puts you into control mode. And control is everything you need right now. Comment a happy face if you agree with what I'm saying. Happy face. Or a thumbs up. It doesn't take any time, guys. Okay, so let's pause for a second also. I want to hear from you. What's been the hardest part of being laid off? What's been the hardest part of not having a job? Comment, what is it? Is it the money? Is it the benefits? Or is it just not knowing what direction to go? Just type one word in the chat of what is it that you're feeling right now. Don't see anything, guys. And you can have your comment here if you put a comment there. I'll turn it on so that if you put a comment, it's there. Everybody can see it. Okay. Okay, so let's go to rebuilding. From here, you really got three paths. Okay, path one, you got to get another job. Nothing wrong with that. That's the traditional route, right? Even if it's something that you never done, if it's something that is not paying that great, just something, right? That's one path. That's what the path that most people go for. Path two is you start patching income together, gig work, freelance, and side stuff, just to stay afloat. And then there's a path three. That's where you take that patchwork income and you turn it into something that actually gives you control. And that's the part most people never get shown. Okay. So again, most people just going to go sit for a few weeks and do nothing. When you lose a job, I'm the person that is like, no, I need to have, but of course I now work for myself. So nobody can fire me from what I'm doing. And there's power in that. And I don't know. Most people don't go the route that I am when I'm self-employed, when I work for myself, because it's not easy. But at the end of the day, I have security in the sense that what I do is needed, right? And as you see, and let me just show you, because I'm not making stuff up here. Let me show you. There's a lot of people being laid off, and this is going to get worse. Why? And I've been saying this because you know what is taking control? AI. And AI basically makes it, makes people, unless you are in a relevant job, makes people like, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to have a AI doing the job than what? Than one person that you're paying $50,000 and getting them benefits. I am telling you, it's going to get worse with the layoffs, and it's the main thing. Most people are not. Most people just are going to be losing their job. And this is. And let me see if I can put the dates, because I want the dates. But anyway, there's 92,272 tech employees laid off in 2026. Think about that. 2026, we're in the 5th month of the year. And I'm getting emails every day of layoffs. Every day. Let me see. The last email that I got from was a few days ago. But the biggest one, the biggest loss that we had this few days was 17,000 people in Spirit Airlines that lost their job. It's not a little bit. That's not a little bit. That's a lot. It's a big number. That's 17,000 people without income, 17,000 people without benefits. And like I said, that's just only one company out of all these companies that we're seeing here that are being laid off. Okay? So let's keep going. So again, going back to the third path, where you take that patchwork income and you turn it into something that actually gives you control. And that's the part most people never get shown. They bounce between jobs or they stay stuck in survival mode. So what I do is help people bridge that gap. Take what they already know, what they already done, and turn it into income outside of a job. Not starting from scratch, not guessing, actually building something that pays you. Because here's the truth. You already have value. You got skills, you got experience, you got knowledge. You just been trained to package it for one employer instead of for yourself. And once that shift happens, everything changes. Now, question, and let me show you this. What is 20% of $160,000? If you're good at math, how much is it? What is 20% of 160,000? This is how I help people with health insurance. That's the premiums that I sold. So I wanted to show you this because, and let me tell you, 20% of 160 of 100K is 20,000. And 6 by 2 is 12. So $32,000 is 20% of those premiums. Seriously. And I'm working from home, just clicking on my computer. That's what I do. Nobody tells me, wake up, Mari, do this. No, I work for myself. Nobody can fire me. Now, the question is, do you think that people will always need health insurance? Do you think people will always need life insurance? Do you think people want to build the business that I have, do the same thing and have people under them? Do you think that we will be around? We will be around. This is needed. This is not a normal job because the other jobs, a lot of the jobs are going to be gone. And that's what I'm showing you. So, and let's now segue to talk about what other things, what people actually lost. Besides the income that you lost from your job, you lost your benefits, right? A lot of people don't work for the money, they work more for the benefits. So losing your job usually means losing your safety net, health coverage, financial stability, all of that. And what that really exposes is this. Most people were insecure. They were dependent on one company that don't give an F about them. Let's be real. These companies don't care about you. You're just a drone for them that they can actually squeeze. And it makes me very angry because people are people, right? So, depending on one company for multiple parts of their life, income, protection, stability. And when that company disappears, like it happened with Spirit Airlines, an example of that, everything feels like it falls apart. So moving forward, the goal is not just to replace your income, it's to rebuild in a way where your income and your production aren't tied to one source. That's the real stability. That's the real control. Am I making sense? Put some kind of comment if I'm making sense, guys. And I'm getting contacted here. I'm actually need to speed this up. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let me just try to close this in. So let's bring this together. If you're here right now and you're thinking, I don't want to go through this again, I need to replace my income, I want more control than I had before, then here's what I want you to do. I'm working with people right now who are in this exact situation, lost their job, rebuilding their income, figuring out benefits, and turning this into something stronger than what they had before. So how do we do that? If you're interested in this, please, here's my information. Call me. Let's make an appointment, virtual appointment, because I'm in Texas. Because at the end of the day, it takes 20 minutes for me to do a presentation. And this might be the opportunity that you are looking for. If you lost your job and you want to rebuild your income and you want to figure out benefits, that's what we do the best. And turning this into something stronger than what you had before. Okay? We'll talk, we'll map it out, and we'll get you moving in the right direction. So listen, losing a job can feel like everything got pulled out from under you. But sometimes it's the first time you actually get to decide what your life looks like next. Not what a company needs, not what a role requires, what you build. So if you're in that space right now, you're not behind. You're beginning of something amazing. Let's make it count. Because I'm telling you guys, if you decide for the path of, I'm going to just get another job, you're going to be seeing a lot of people are going to be laid off from one job to another, and you're going to keep it being, you don't want to get into a cycle of firing. And not because of you, it's because that we are changing in this, the country is changing, and the AI is the main culprit. Anyway, so if you need anything, and like I said, if you don't want to do this, at least just look at the presentation. If you're here in Texas, Florida, Ohio, New York, and you need health insurance and your spouse works, I can help you with that. Let me just show you something before I go, because I think this is important. So like I said, the help that I provide can be the income that, for you to make money or for you to get health insurance. So let me just go here and give you an example. Give me a second. You see, these things are very, very secure. I have to just a second. Because I do more than what I'm saying. Okay, there you go. So let's say that you live in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, guys, and people are calling me. Give me a second. Dallas zip code. Okay, 75201. 75201. So let's say that you lost your job. You have 4 people in your household. Your husband is still making money. You don't make any money because you were laid off. But let's say that is $65,000, right? And then you need coverage for you. You're the wife. You need coverage for an 18-year-old daughter. And you got a 5-year-old that needs coverage. And this is why I like doing what I do, because I'm helping people save money. So I'm going to go here and do that. So think about it. somebody that lives in Dallas, the household is 4. Sorry. No, so let me just leave it in 3. Household, and actually, this is wrong. Because let me just leave it like that. 4, right? 4 people. And okay. 4 people in the Dallas area, 69,000 household income because the spouse is still working. 3 people need health insurance, 35, 18, and a 5. Okay. This is the premium with ACA. This is how I help people save money. And let's say that everybody is healthy, right? Nobody needs to go to the doctor, really. You just need that as a protection. This is an example of how I help people in the worst moments, because if you're paying too much money for your health insurance and you just lost your job, that is not feasible in the long run. But if something happens and you end up in the hospital, then you at least have something. Let's say that one of the people that are actually, this person, the 35 female, is really sick, and they need a lower deductible, because the deductible is what you have to pay before the premium, before the insurance covers you. Okay, so let's go back here. So I will go with that. 3 people. Yes, the premium will be higher, but your deductible is $500. So this is what I do. This is one thing that I do. If the people don't have enough money, that is not feasible. The other thing that I do is that I put them in connection with virtual access to doctors, which is not insurance, but it's better than nothing. So that's an example of how I can save you money if you're in Texas, Florida, Ohio, or New York. But with the business, if you want to learn what I do and how I do and do the same, that can be any of the 50 states. Okay. So anyway, here's my phone. Let me know if you need anything. And you have a blessed day. So, like I said, people didn't just lose a job. You lost your income, you lost your benefits, and you lost your structure and a sense of control. So I hope I see you on the next side, and blessings, and take care. This is Mari Cruz, coming from the great state of Texas. Y hablo español. Bye.
Paper trails thicker than a mystery novel. Cash flow ripple make the banks grovel. Phoenix rise, both shut with precision. Generational wealth, that's the mission. Legacy locked, key in the safe. Phoenix flying, no time to waste. Stacks on stacks, building the base. Future so bright, can't see the haze. Securities move, we the pros in the game. Trust airtight, playing no shame. Life insured, annuities grow. Seeds in the ground, now watch them show. Golden wind.